Hey, my scrappy friends. I want to share with you guys the new Vicki Boutin album that came with this new collection, the Flower Emporium. So I took off the pretty plastic, and this is what the little binder thing, so it tells you like how big it is and all the stuff that's inside. So, but I want to share it with you guys because this is gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. You like just have to see it. And I know I didn't do such a good job. So it's very mixed media inspired, which is why I got these for the store, because I just thought that this is a good little thing that you can add in. I absolutely love using stuff like this for mixed media. I already have another one that I kind of have that's like this, and it just makes it so that you're not as worried about how big it's getting. But you can also do other things too. Like I also have a smaller album that I used for our Mexico City vacation, and I mean obviously I don't have everything all filled out and everything, but lots of pictures and fun stuff like that. So anyway, so without further ado, let me show you this beautiful album. So there are lots of pages in here. So this is just a cardstock sheet. It does have something over top. I'm not sure what it is that's on it. I'm looking to see if it tells you what it is, but it doesn't. So it does have like something on top of it. It's very buttery though. Could just be my hands also. So with that said, I don't know how, like with media, you might just have to play around with different types that go. So there are two little flaps that are smaller. And then, oh my gosh, my hair. It is that time of the year. And then there's a pocket. And the pocket is only on one side. This is not, it's not as smooth as this one. So I think that this doesn't have as much of a, this must have something on it protecting it. So I'm kind of curious how mixed media will do on it. So we'll have to see. So we're just going to play around with it. So when you open this up, it does open like this, so if you wanted it to close, you would just have to put like a thin line of glue. And there are two, and the pocket is only on one side, so that's kind of nice. So you can add like your ephemera in there or all that kind of stuff. So there are two of those. And then let's get to these. I'm actually going to open this up. So all of these, the next pages all have like designs on them. So, and very mixed media started. So one thing I know that when I was talking to Vicki, she was saying that she really wanted to have something started, but she didn't want to go overboard so that people could continue to add stuff. But that she, you know, a lot of the people that use her stuff, not just designers like on YouTube and online on social media, a lot of times we do a lot more to it. But so she wanted to have something, but she wanted it to be able to be buildable. And so here is the front of the flower shop. Just super pretty, like all the little details, like with, you know, little bits of stuff. So like, honestly, this would be so fun to add more to it and use some gesso and use a little bit of paint and stuff. So, and these pages do work together to be more like a double page. So with that thought in mind, that was one thing that Vicki was also talking about, is that she wanted to have that offered for the people who scrap like that. So, which I absolutely love, because when I'm scrapping here in my area at Crops, I see people who are doing double page, super themed, which, you know, if that's your style and that's how you're used to scrapbooking, they're beautiful no matter how you do it, right? So here is the grid with some splatters and some twine and stuff. So what would be really fun is if you added twine to it and stuff. Super simple, but a nice little but complicated all at the same time. So this is, I think, why I love this collection. And this does kind of have like a coating on it. It is cardstock, but it does feel like it's coated with something. So also be aware of that when you're adding media to it. It might not dry as fast. So that's usually what happens when there's a coating on it. It just doesn't dry. This just has a splatter, so it goes well with this, but really nice and simple. And then you have a like ledger type page with a little bit of media on the bottom and the top. And once again, I love, like, I don't know how well you can see it, but like there's just a little bits of stuff, but not a whole lot. So, and both of these are worked together as well. So you have two that are really similar. Oh my goodness. So this one is really similar, just not quite the same. And the media is on so that they're not the same page, if that makes sense, right? And so this other one is just a notebook with the little, like if you pulled it out, there's not a whole lot there, which is nice because that, like, would be a great for journaling. Like if you had a picture and then you could just journal on it. So here is a half circle with just paint on it. Super fun. I love how one side is the dot grid and then the other side is like the regular grid and the green. So this matches so well with the April kit, guys. I'm like, I couldn't have planned it even better. So if you haven't gotten your kit yet and you want to add this onto your kit, this would be the perfect addition. So this is just a piece of plain cardstock with just paint on it. I've done this so many times. Just do, and a little bit of splatters. And then this is a grid with some rings on it with this beautiful blue. I love the colors in here. They're so pretty. And then this just has dots like from a stencil and a few, but like super light, but it's totally buildable. Like you could do so much with this. And then here's another stencil-y one, a little bit more concentrated colors. Like the colors in here are so pretty. So then the next sheet are these reinforcers. So there's files, different tabs. So there's different, like the tabs. So different types of tabs. These can fit in here. So one in like a craft color and then the black. So super pretty there, but like very usable. I like how there are for the pages, because sometimes they do, like as you start adding media to it, they do get a little bit more warped. And then they have two 4x6 and 3x4 card pieces. So I should use this for some of my April stuff because the cards would go really well. I'll have to do like a quick show through of what the cards look like for this month. And then just the 4 3x4 pages. So 2 of those as well. And then let me open up this next part. So there's definitely stuff to add, lots of photos, add like sentiment type stuff. Like there's so many different possibilities with what is here. So, and then this next little bit comes in a pack, but let me tell you, this is super cool. All right. So there is this sheet, which I believe so this has like handwriting. It almost looks like a letter or something like that. And then this part comes off if you want. Well, I would not leave it on there. So it comes off and I mean, just look at that. But there's like little stars in here. So you could use these for an embellishment. I got to put that somewhere where it's not going to get lost. But then you can see the stars and it goes into here. So these are laser cut and so one side is just kind of plain and then the other side has the ledger stuff. So, I mean, look at how cool that looks. Like you could do so much with this and I just love all the little edges. And then there's these other little pieces for layering. Like this one is so pretty. I mean, it's like, this is just so pretty. She thought of so much for people who don't do this stuff. So I have a sewing machine, but I'm constantly breaking my needle. So and actually right now I don't even have my sewing machine in here ready to use. So it's like, it's nice that there's these pieces in here. I don't have to even worry. And each side is different. So, and then there's these florals and then some other little die cuts and stuff. But like, look how pretty those are. So the other side is just, it mimics that one page that has the stencil on it. It's super pretty. So, and they're thick. So if you look, they're quite thick and durable, even though they're like super intricate. I mean, look at it, looks like lace. And then there is 2 sheets, and each of these sheets have like watercolor looks on the back of it. So this is, this has Love, Snap. It has this little piece, which you could very well put it on for that other thing, little flowers and more twine if you didn't want to add your own. So I just love how there's these little pieces, and these are like, they're cut through, you can see through them. So they would look super cool on stuff. I don't know how well you can see down there, but anyway. So lots of little pieces that you can add, like washi tape and stuff, and they have a little bit of that look of vintagey, but not so much that it's like overwhelming. This reminds me a lot of one of her first couple of collections with American Crafts. And so I love that it's a little bit more modern, but it still has some of those elements. And I just love all the color and all the flowers. Like, I'm digging all these flowers. And look at you, like, you could stick these in here, guys. Like, look at this. I have to show you, because this is, to me, this is like, this is why she gets paid the big bucks. And I say that like she gets paid a ton. She probably doesn't. But like, look, it's laser cut. So if you look, you can see. I don't know if you can see. So they're right there. And then you just stick. Well, if I can get it. There we go. You can just stick it right in there. And then glue it down. And look at that. I mean, look at that. Look at, it's stinking so cute. So anyway, guys, I wanted to show this to you guys so you could see. Definitely make sure that if you want this, you check out the store. You can, like I said, we have tons of other stuff. We have stuff that is new added, some embellishment packs for, and stuff like that. So anyway, this is going to be in the store. We have 5, I think. So we have quite a few. We also have another one from 49 and Market that is like a flip open one that's more summery, that also is really fun too. So I love though that they thought of everything, and it goes with the collection, and it's very mixed media friendly. Lots of space to do lots of fun things. So be on the lookout, because I'll be doing some projects in here with my kits and stuff so that you guys can see. And I can't wait to see what you guys do with all this fun stuff. So have a great scrappy week. Bye.